the end. Very logical. Okay, and what exactly is an opening, how to play it, when does it start and when does it finish? Usually when we talk about the opening and when we teach beginners the very basics, we say that there are three important rules of thumb that one must follow when playing an opening. The first one being the center. These four central squares are very essential for any chess game and any moment of a chess game, not only the opening, but starting from the very first moves, sides usually start to battle, to fight for the central squares. So we usually try to put our pawns onto the central squares. That's why e4 and d4 moves are the most popular ones. If we develop pieces, we develop them towards the center. Another quite popular move is knight to f3. We develop the knight towards the center, and the knight immediately starts to control these two central squares. So center is number one. We fight for the center. All moves that we make usually are connected with helping our army to position itself on the central squares, or to prepare for an attack of this central squares later on. I mean, there are some lines where black or white doesn't seem to try to occupy the central squares, but they do develop their pieces, so they look at the center and get ready to attack it later on. So number one is the center. Number two is the development of your pieces, starting usually with the knights, and then comes the bishops, and number three is castle as soon as possible. So usually the first moves look something like this: e4, e5. It's like the most common moves that happen in the chess world. Knight f3, attacking the square, the pawn, and preparing to attack in the center. Black usually replies with knight c6. Here white either develops a bishop somewhere to c4 or to b5, or they can try to continue the attack of the center, but it's less common, the Scotch opening, the Scotch game. So usually something like this can happen. White, as you can see, developed already the knight and the bishop. Black also can try to develop the knight, and white, attacking this pawn. White can protect this pawn, bishop c5, and both sides castle, and that's three main ideas of any opening: center, development of your minor pieces, usually starting with knights, and then castle as soon as possible, because it's important to put your king into safety before you actually will start to open up the lines and do something to create an attack. Before attacking, it's usually important to think about the safety of your own pieces. Okay, so that's the three main points of any chess opening.